One of these. Right. Did you just touch something? No? Okay, so here you go. It's not going to see you. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Maybe I have to tell them to go on it. Thanks. Okay. Good morning. Here too. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. This is the week, special week. This week is special.
Every week, right? Don't you like use your Parsha and say, oh, this one?
Every holiday, yeah, they know. Every holiday is your favorite.
It reminds me of Rabbi Posner, who had like an enormous amount of her grandchildren. Someone said, who's your favorite grandchild? He said, huh? Yeah. I said, whoever's standing next to me. Whoever's standing right next to me.
Oh, yeah.
Did he have a ritual of saving?
No. That was his son. He was a shliach al Hashem in Pittsburgh.
You see, what committee you've got to make a decision. Okay. So. Decision to be appealed. Oh, remember? Oh. Good morning. This is Hashem. I will be handling all of your problems today. I will not need your help. So relax and have a good day. I found it because I like it.
I should stick that somewhere. Who gave it to you, Miriam?
I wrote this.
You wrote that?
I mean, I didn't make it up. I found it. I read it.
I like it.
Very good idea. Yeah, I'll do that. Make a firm present.
It seems to take back. I just want somebody that's quite over that you send it inside the lake. But let's see if you can find somebody who speaks English.
Did Maxine? Did you visit you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so now Hashem's making it easier for you.
Yeah, it's just good to get back to her and just see what's happening. You don't want to be unsafe.
No, I'm boiling. That's why I found these clothes by the post office. Yes, I was very
I tried that as well, but I just like tried.
I took it off. These clothes that I found that someone was throwing out. It pulled me down. I was really? But you're all
You're Canadian. Huh? Canadian.
You must have been called in that, your first apartment. That's what I said. Yeah, that's called. And it was, this was down, those balls. Because when I first went, was it? It's so expensive. I don't know. I don't know. I was so scared to put it on, and I had never. It made me so nervous. She said it's so expensive. It's so expensive. But it wasn't. It wasn't so expensive.
Maybe it's a good idea for nursing home. You can see what's what.
The first thing. Yeah. It was. I didn't get nothing. No, but it was.
I should talk like anybody.
It turns out.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
Why can't you do it?
but I get the one downstairs for now. Sunday. This one is one big bridge.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's.
Anyway, besides mom trying to help.
No, I know.
No, the healthy part.
That's the biggest worry.
Yeah.
So when they move out to New York. That's what you're saying, maybe you know.
Okay.
Yesterday I was a little upset.
I love it.
And I said,
But the
"Mommy,
changes.
oh, they said to me,
Small.
I'm not interested."
No place.
He's alert.
I had it sing to me.
But well, that was clear. I was
It's
very
nice.
excited.
Yeah. Everybody have a source sheet? Refuah Shalema, our class, we should, hi, a refuah Shalema for Yom Mordechai ben Chaika, my brother, and for Sigal bat Simcha Chaya. And remember the story of Hashgacha Pratis, how Hashem took care of me. You didn't hear this,
No,
but
I thought you were talking about the
there's so much. It's every moment. Hi, this is what Hashem did for me. By mistake, I put a pad of papers. This is the pad on the oven, on the stove. It's 4 burners. But I'm not making anything now. I'll take it off later. A few hours later, this is on a Friday. This is my new recipes for Shabbos, and I wanted to make special things for Shabbos because I've been, how should I say, not doing as much for Shabbos as I want to. So I had this whole thing, get out recipes and make things for Shabbos. And when I went to turn on the stove, I turned on the wrong one where these were sitting, which I never turned. It doesn't even work so well, but it worked too much. And they all burned. There's a smell of, it smells so good, of
smell like
burnt paper. So like 2 weeks later, it still smells. So I grabbed it, I threw it outside on the floor, and then I put it away, and I couldn't find it till this morning, till today. But meanwhile, each recipe, which is burnt, the part that there's no words on it. So all my recipes are intact, one after the other. It looks like a picture from the diary of Anne Frank, doesn't it? I think in the 6th grade, we took some math and burned a little paper, so the authentic diary of Anne Frank. Meanwhile, nothing is missing. 6 eggs. You want to make knedel, 4 cups of oil. And
Wait, 4 cups of oil.
Well, not cups. I'm sorry, 4 tablespoons. Boy, you're on the ball.
I'm a cook, so I
Yeah.
can look at the recipe and
So-
tell you if it's good.
So
I really.
here,
No,
I'm
thinking
everything was burnt. Hi, Miriam Esther. Welcome. And
Wait, what's
it's
the
Shalema.
recipe for?
This is for knedel.
Can I hear the recipe?
Well, read it.
'Cause I know how I make it. That's what I get.
A little pepper, teaspoon,
4 eggs.
tablespoon of salt. Doesn't get that. 6 eggs.
6 eggs.
Half
How
a
much
cup of water.
mozzarella?
1.5 to 2 cups. Should be good. It comes out
That's
very
a-
light.
That's a lot, that's a lot of knedel.
Yeah, I freeze them for 6 weeks or 2 months.
Yeah. Oh,
The
you freeze them.
secret is seltzer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
My grandmother loved, she would make knedel, and she always wanted to make a fluffy knedel. And if it came out fluffy, she goes, "Oh, my knedel came out so fluffy." She loved it. I actually don't like.
Oh.
I like them with a little more,
Dense.
not the whole thing, like a little soft on the outside as it gets, a little bit, yeah.
This is a tomato dip. Look where the fire reached it.
Wait,
This is,
Why are they burned?
Had a fire. That was the Hashgacha Prati story. I put it by mistake, foolishly, on one of the burners of the oven, of the stove, because I'm
Oh,
not
you
going to
told
use
the
it.
story.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is the show and tell.
Yeah,
Right under the
Wow.
beet salad, right on the
Amazing.
left of tabbouleh, and made a hole, almost like my heart.
it's so cute.
I got tzedakah, it's for Shabbos. Okay, anyway, Baruch Hashem. I just wanted to show you
I
my
like
show
that.
and
Thank
tell.
you.
Very thankful to Hashem. So thankful to Hashem. Unbelievable. Thank you. So our Parsha is such a beautiful Parsha. It's Mishpatim. And it's the end of Shovavim, which is a special time, something like Aseres Metshuva, like the time of Yom Kippur, where we're working on our midos and we're working on how we treat each other. And how Doba said so beautifully once years ago, why does it end with Shovavim is Shemos all the way through Mishpatim, which is this coming week. Last week, who remembers what Parsha was last week? 2 days ago? Yisro. What happened in Yisro? Shem gave us the Torah, the 10 Commandments. So why does it end there on top of the mountain? This is the excitement. This is like the epitome of the Jewish people, remembered forever. Why does it end on, hello, hi, come join us.
Thank you.
Chair for you?
There's a steep break.
Hi. I'm Miriam. What's your name?
Shoshana.
Shoshana. Hi. Nice to meet you. Myself at home. So we're talking about last week was a Sarah Dibros. Hashem gave us his Torah, the 10 Commandments on Har Sinai, the mountain of Sinai. And this week it's a lot about laws, because the idea is not to stay up there on the mountain. It's to bring it home into our kitchen, into our shops, into our everyday, how we relate to each other. And that's where Hashem wants the Torah, in our hearts on an everyday, to live it, not just to learn it or to wow, to live it. And there's many laws here. For example, a heavy load, like a mule, well, that could be the milk pot. It's heavy, and where you're allowed to move it, and all these mitzvahs in the kitchen, our shopping cart, going to carry groceries. It's like the mule in the Torah. Hashem is teaching us something beyond time, above time, that's for every generation and for every person. And Allah's Beit Adam Lachavero, a lot of the laws in Mishpatim, in our Parsha, upcoming Parsha, is between us and each other, to teach us sensitivity and caring for each other. In fact, and helping and loving each other. The Vilna Gaon said that we came to this world to perfect our character traits, our characteristics, lending money, sensitivity to a widow and an orphan. We have all this in this week's Parsha. Last week's Parsha was Yisro. Like we said, we received the Torah. And what's next week's Parsha? Not this coming. Yisro Mishpatim. Anyone know? Teruma. Thank you. That's the Mishkan. We give our truma, we dedicate whatever we have, whether it's gold or silver or copper. Everything is precious to Hashem. Everything is accepted and beloved by Hashem. And why is this week separating between these two amazing parshas? Receiving the Torah, where Hashem, the revelation of Melech Malchim Malchim, the King of Kings on Har Sinai, and next week, Teruma is Shechina being revealed in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle. Why in the middle did we separate between these two lofty parshas? Are you with me with the question? Mm-hmm. Good. Wouldn't it have been better to keep these two parshas together, Hashem and Har Sinai, and then the Mishkan, the Shechina? And the truth is, our parsha Mishpatim is not making a division at all. It's not separating at all. Mishpatim teaches us the laws, teaches us how Hashem wants to live our life, how we can serve him, how we can give him nachas. In fact, why did he give us his Torah? Because he loves us very much, and he wants us to be close to him. And what better way is by listening to him, by doing his mitzvahs, by making a shahako, by learning Torah. A man who wears tzitzis, that's like connecting so much with Hashem. And the word mitzvah comes from tzav. Tzavta means together. This is how we can be together with Hashem. And so when we learn Torah and we learn what Hashem wants from us, wants us to live, to be honest, to be kind, to be sensitive, that's bringing the Shechina down to us. That's bringing the Shechina down to our kitchen, down to our relationships with other people. The Tanya, it's brought that by learning halacha, which is the laws of the Torah, we learn what Hashem wants, and we learn Hashem's wisdom. And that brings us a tremendous unification and uniting with Hashem. We become one with Hashem. We cling to Hashem through this. So we don't stay on the mountain receiving the Torah. We bring it into our everyday lives. We invite the Torah into our kitchen, our pots. And the Torah lifts us and lights us and gives meaning to our lives. What other higher motivation is to get out of bed in the morning than, well, I can do a mitzvah today. I can serve you today. In fact, it's just today. It's not yesterday. It's not tomorrow. It's now. I can serve you in a unique, special way that only uniquely I can do it, or you, or each of us. I can't do what you can do, and you can't do what you can do. And each of us is needed there to fill the puzzle, to fill the creation, to fill the Hashem's plan, and to fill the world with our unique way of what I can do today to serve Hashem. And the Mishpatim deals a lot between people. The 10 Commandments are divided in half. And half is between me and Hashem, person and Hashem, and half between me and each other. And the one between me and each other is also from Hashem, because he told me not to steal. He told me. And so it's really doing both. It's listening to him and in a way that's with another person. So another person can benefit from it. And so this year, Mishpatim, which is this coming Shabbos, corresponds with, does anyone know? It's a special Shabbos this week. Every week Shabbos is special.
Is it Shabbos Mevorchim? No? No.
Mm-hmm. It is Shabbos Mevorchim. Shabbos Mevorchim.
Yeah. Shabbos
Terrific.
Mevorchim.
Debbie said it's Mevorchim because we bench for a new month, and it's Shkolim. The Shabbos of Mevorchim before Adar is Shabbos Shkolim, where Hashem commanded each of us to give what? A half a shekel.
Right.
Not a whole shekel.
Right,
Asher lo yarbe ani lo yami. Big fancy guy, you know what I mean? The
Half a
richest,
shekel.
half a shekel.
Right.
The poor person,
Half a shekel.
half a shekel.
Not any inflation over there.
Hashem told each of us to show that no person is perfect or whole on his own. We need each other. I could be the richest person in the world. Actually, I am, but I'm half. I'm not full without you, without each other. Our wholeness is through coming together with each and every other Jew in love and unity. And that is very, very precious to Hashem. So he asked us, Maxine, to give just a half a shekel. Because I'm not whole without you, and you're not whole without each other. And we can become one with each other through humility and through lowering our ego. The rich person, the poor person, by Hashem, we're all equal, and we all take part in building the Mishkan. One person gives gold, another person gives copper, and it's equally precious before Hashem. It's like Nikudos Tovos, the good inside of me. I give what I have. I don't have a lot. I have a few pennies worth of something. I give what I give, and I give with my heart and with love and with wanting, so that is like the rich person giving, his millions. And it's as precious. It might even be more precious. Remember, coming up in Vayikra, it says nefesh. There's different karbanos. They're the rich karbanos. Rich people can afford an animal to bring lahakriv, to bring before Hashem. A poor person can afford only some flour. And Rashi says, who could afford just flour? A poor person. And so what is the word in the Torah for the poor person who gives just some flour? Nefesh kisakriv, a soul. Hashem says, I feel that you're being makriv, your soul. You're giving your soul, my dear poor Idola, because it's all you have. And I appreciate it so much. And it's so dear to me. So this is this Parsha. We also, in this Parsha, it tells us to be sensitive and to help a widow and an orphan. We should speak softly to them with respect, and we shouldn't hurt their hearts, their emotions. We should be careful not to lose or misuse their money. The Rambam says that, he says it in Hilchos Deos, even the widow and orphans of the king, we should treat gently. They don't need our money, royalty. Call almana. Pasuk says every single widow and orphan, because if they cry from being mistreated, Shem says, I will hear them. And there's a double word, sa'ok yitzak, if they will cry. Isn't it enough to say they'll cry once? So the Alshaf tells us that if somebody is hurt, he cries out from the pain. Money was taken from him, or he was embarrassed, and he cries out. But if a widow or orphan is hurt, They also cry for that pain, the money that was taken, or that they were embarrassed, whatever, but they have a second crying. If my father would be here now, if my husband would be here now, he would protect me. This would not have happened to me. So they always have that second crying and the first problem reminds them of the second. They cry out and Hashem hears them. And so, bless you. So in the Parsha's Mishpatim, number 1, we have this pasuk. So who could read it in the Hebrew, please? It's number 1, chapter 22, pasuk
I'll
21.
try to read it. I'm a slow reader.
Wonderful. We're with you.
Kol amano viatom lo ta'anu.
Wonderful.
You shall not ill-treat any widow or orphan.
And you see, thank you. You see how call any is anyone, even the daughter of the king, or the wife of the king. And then the next pasuk, which is pasuk 22, it says, "Im ine tane oto, ane tane oto." If you will mistreat them, somebody continue in the Hebrew. Ki im. Are you with me? Do you have it? Right. As soon as they cry out to me, you see the two lashon, the two words, sa'ok yitzak. It's two. It's a double crying. They're crying because they were hurt financially or emotionally, and because they feel the loss even more. It wouldn't have happened if Daddy would be there. Shamoa Eshma, I will hear their double cries.
They said the case we had in London, there was a lady, she wasn't a widow, her husband just wasn't there. He left, he had nothing to do with his family, his children, but the same sort of thing. He treated her similar to a widow. I think they're his husband, but he just absented himself from the family home. Which is just one.
So she's like an orphan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
A widow.
yeah, the husband, he did die eventually, never go for a death, he did pass eventually, but it's when he was still alive, to have a husband who literally had nothing to do, so the children weren't like part of the orphans. I just wondered if it's the same sort of strategy.
I believe so. Reb Victor Halberstam was the brother of Reb Chaim Sanz. He started the Hasidus called Sanz Kloisenberg. He passed away in 1876.
Sanz is Klosenberg?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
As I spoke with a couple that she's a Balchuva from upstate New York, and he was brought up in Williamsburg, Klausenberger, Weisberg. Yeah. He's a very special guy, but he tells me stories about Klausenberger.
They're friends of yours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Lipa Weisberg. He's actually Lipa Schmelzer's cousin. They're both named after the same deity. Lipa.
Wow. Yes. So their the Rebbe passed away 1876. So his brother Rebbe Victor, he was a guest at a rich man's home for Shabbos, and they gave him a huge plate of cholent to take some and pass it around. He took the whole plate of cholent. There was nothing left for the other guests, but there was more in the kitchen. He asked for it, the more in the kitchen, and he ate that cholent also.
Wow.
This is like a fine, refined tzaddik. Like, usually they take less and pass it around. If there's anything left, maybe they'll take,
Right.
Why did you do this? His Talmidim, the students asked him, but why did you do this? And he said that he realized that the cook, who's both an orphan and a poor woman, she added kerosene like gas by mistake.
It's a mistake.
She thought it was oil, and she added by mistake, and it tasted terrible. And he realized she would be like embarrassed or fired, and then she'd have no way to support herself. And better they think that I'm a bad person or a glutton or like I don't care about anyone else and I take it all for myself, then she should be hurt.
Wasn't he doing a person too?
Yeah.
For her?
Very.
Was he
ill?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't enough to make him sick. It was enough for people to say, "Oh, this child is terrible."
Taste.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just it's a straw. And so he saved her reputation. He saved her from being embarrassed, her job. Yeah. And this also the idea we learn in this Parsha that if your enemy has a mule and it has a load on it, you should help him so he doesn't have to carry that big load, the mule. So who should you help? One person is this is very interesting. You got to just follow it with me, help me get through it. Your friend is unloading. Okay, your friend is unloading a mule. That means your friend has a mule that has a big heavy load and he's unloading. So, right. I need a computer program for this. Friend is unloading. Okay. And your enemy, what's he doing? Loading. In other words, his mule is not suffering. His mule is not carrying any heavy burden. His mule is just sitting there waiting to be loaded.
Right.
Which should you help first? Who should you help first? Your enemy to unload. Yes. Who's your enemy? He's somebody that
Not your friend.
not your friend. Thank you.
Oh, anyone is not.
No, not anyone. Actually, we're not allowed to.
Oh.
That's a good point. We're not allowed to have enemies. We're not allowed to hate
So not your
anyone.
friends.
But if a person does sins and in public and shows no care for Hashem, so I take on Hashem's side, and for His honor and glory, I say, "You're not my friend," because I only want to be friends. I mean, I want to help you. I love you. And I don't want to be, I want to be friends with people that will help me come closer to Hashem and that will give Hashem more knowledge. But wait, hang on. So your friend is unloading. Who should you help first? Your friend to help the mule or your enemy, meaning what we just said, who's loading? It's not helping his friend. It's not helping his mule. So the answer is, let's get to your enemy who's loading. But why? This mule is suffering because you're suffering yourself. And your friend is suffering. When you're mean to each other, when you're hurtful of someone, it hurts you. It's a load on you, and you're a person. So a person takes precedence over an animal. So in other words, a person who has an enemy, the person himself is suffering. Suffering to have a bad feeling towards someone. Yeah. The person himself is suffering. So that takes precedence. That takes precedence over taking care of the animal. You'll get to him next. Hang on, animal. But now I'm taking care of people, myself and the person who we have a not good relationship.
Excuse me, it's more work, I think, to load than to unload.
Oh.
So if you do loading first, it makes sense.
It's more work, right? So you have some strength left over to unload. Yeah. So this Rapam says this. That this is a key in all relationships. How can I unload the burden of dispute or being upset with each other? By helping each other. When we help each other, we become on the same side of the coin. Like, wow, you just helped me. I'm gonna forget that. That was an old feud. That was generations ago, between my grandfather and your grandfather. Let's go on. Let's start let's turn over a new leaf.
I think it's also really important that we have sometimes very, fragile egos. If someone isn't nice to us about something, do not take it personally. That person is not happy about something else. It's not about you. It's not personal, really. It's their.
And what if it is about you?
It's
They
not.
can't say directly.
It's still not about you. It's still not about you. It's
If they say directly.
if
You're
they
not
say
a
something
nice
nasty to you directly,
They're in trouble.
it's still something that's within them. That's just lashing out at you.
It reflects them,
Yeah.
not you, because they're having either a bad
Yeah.
day or they're having
It's
a
really not
problem.
about you. It's them. Yeah. I'll just give you a little personal story that in 2017, I went back and I got my master's degree in New York City.
Wow, a puppy with a master's.
And everyone thought I was my friend said, "You don't need to do that," but anyway, I did it and it was a great experience for me. And there was so it was a master in fine arts. So one of the classes we were with easels, and it was a very crowded class. And there was a young woman near me and she got very upset about something. I don't know. I didn't even know what I did. Maybe she felt I was too close to her or I don't know. But she's embarrassed me in front of the whole class, started like kind of like, being very nasty to me and people heard and I just didn't say anything. And a couple weeks later, she got sick with just a bad cold and I heard that she was sick. And I made chicken soup and I brought her a jar of chicken soup. And she never said she was sorry, but she became very nice to me then. And
She melted.
Yeah, because I knew it really wasn't about me. She's miserable about something else. I just happened to be the person, but she was like personally like attacking me in front of people. So, but I just said, I'm going to make a chicken soup. So that's what I think. It really flips things around.
It does.
Don't take it personally.
Yeah, I think I just want to say, I think that to say don't take it personally, I'm a clinical social worker, therapist. I think that is, it's what you're saying is correct, but just to tell somebody to not take it personally, you don't know what they've been through.
That's true too.
That is the proper.
And believe me, I haven't had a clean puff life, so I've been through a lot of stuff myself. But you have to rise above that, and if you're going to get hurt by a person attacking you, you have to not take it personally. That's how I feel.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that for someone who feels hurt, if someone says to them, "Don't take it personally,"
actually validate their pain and their whatever they're going through. That person did that to them, and I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Right.
It wasn't nice, and I feel bad about it. And of course you feel bad. But
I'm just making a comment about that. But I totally agree with you.
That gives her more strength, more ability to handle it and to.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a social worker.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded.
And she's originally from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts. I'm an artist.
The good
too.
news is that my son's out of intensive care.
Oh, yay, good. Thank God. Good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's been of heroin and crack cocaine.
Oh, gosh.
It's a
He's
shame.
stopped breathing. He stopped
Oh,
breathing and
wow.
tried to die for a few minutes.
Oh,
They
wow.
brought him back to life, and he's been on a nebulizer.
Oh,
I'm glad that he's
wow.
out of
You should be.
Thank God.
I know
You couldn't see without him.
Yeah.
So Hadassah,
That's hard.
He's awake.
Hadassah, you could tell everyone. I'm sorry, you wanted to share something. If you want to, because we're so happy you're back. So happy. We're so thankful to Hashem.
I was just saying that, considering what, Dina told me about. Dina. Dina's on my mind because she isn't here and I really wanted to see her. What Dina talked about. You have to be in that place that Dina is like, she's aware and she understands that this person could be a bad deal, whatever, something. So you can control yourself. You can control yourself. It's okay, let it go. Yeah, like I said, make a soup.
Wow.
But sometimes we're not there and we just kind of flashback over there.
Right.
I always do our own things too, and we just
Right, we're all human.
But if we are, constantly aware that everybody's thing, don't take them serious about something when it's not so pleasant. Okay. Just let it go, let it slide.
I always like to understand things.
Me too.
So,
I do too.
and I'm a social worker, so I know things about psychology and sociology and all these. So if somebody does something that's really strange, it's like, well, I wonder what's going on with them. I really want to go and investigate.
You should help them. It's hard with somebody. I remember when I had my first baby, I didn't have much confidence. I spent years being body shamed, and it really destroyed my confidence. I had my first, but it means people commenting on your build, your weight, your size, making unpleasant comments. And because they're not nice people.
Yeah, really.
It's probably don't put them by themselves.
Yes.
I think it's my guy had a massive ego if he could say anything. But parents, a family friend. and I had a baby, and I said, everything right, everything proper, just become from less than 2 years earlier, did everything, everything proper, and well, I know, but I'm listening. Sorry. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. And I had my baby, and it turned out to be the best one possible. That meant breastfeeding my baby. And I couldn't. It didn't work out. And somebody asked me once, "Are you feeding her yourself? Are you nursing?" I said I wasn't. Oh, did you try? And I explained what had happened. I had really tried. I'd help and support. You didn't try hard enough. I didn't hurt so much. I thought, I tried much harder to feed my baby. Who's trying to be pleasant? I had to think to myself afterwards, maybe she tried, after she realised she said something wrong, maybe she tried to find me, couldn't remember my name, and my phone number wasn't in the phone book. Maybe she tried to make
Maybe
me,
she
she
did.
couldn't.
Yeah.
It hurt. It just literally hurt. It was inappropriate.
You're in such a place after the baby and
there's
trying
me
so
thinking,
hard.
and there's me thinking to myself, I had been from love, I had religious love. Is it to do with being from? There's an orthodox,
No.
no, it's not. But it literally was, that hurt. This is wrong. I was like, I'm not even a proper mother, and it went for ages of
Well,
this.
the way we can grow into being the type of person you suggest that you are by giving the chicken soup is by talking about it. Hamati kadaber, when we know in our heart I'm supposed to forgive, relax, and look in the mirror and say, I'm okay as long as I am okay. And if I did anything wrong, I apologize and I feel for the other person. But that's a hard level to reach. But how do we reach it? I know it in my head, but in my heart, it's hard. And I'm not there. And it hurts. And I don't feel like being so nice, like Bina. And yet, what's in the middle of my mouth? If we keep talking about it. Hashem loves me. And who said it? Shulamit said, if something happens out of the ordinary, people don't come up to us and start screaming if our artwork is here instead of here, It's out of the ordinary. So Hashem, what are you, Lama? Why are you telling me this? What are you teaching me? What do you want? How do you want me to react? She reacted by writing a check. What was it? $6,700. And then we're talking a long time ago, not yesterday. Right. Today it's not.
It's quite a lot of money.
Yeah,
but I would say, even say if it's somebody who is normally very nice, but starts being unpleasant, maybe going through, maybe just not well, and
in pain, whatever, in pain. I know when I'm in pain or even tired, everything's like gray. A half hour later, after sleeping for a half hour, that gray turned into pink. Like, so what happened? You never slept for a half hour.
I never see you in grumpy mood.
Yeah, I'm after my long nap now. And actually, I got up
for an hour.
Yeah, I hold on, and then the line comes up. But I was in Yerushalayim, and I got home at near 1, so that's pretty good for no sleep. That's a lot of Baruch Hashem. Anyway, this is such hashgacha. You're not going to believe this, Bina, or anyone. I turned the page, right? I was saying this and this, right? And where am I up to? A story about Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, which depicts and shows the whole story you just told, and we were all talking about it right now. I said to myself, oh, that reminds me of the story. Let me find where it is in my notes. This is live. Look at this Hashgacha Hashem. It's like, not like, it's his hug to us. I'm proud of you, my daughters. You're talking good things. You're talking truth. You're giving me nachas. So Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, that's why on Chaf Hei Shvat, which I think is in 3 days. Yeah. Today's Monday to Thursday.
Today's Chaf days.
In 1883, he was on a train. So a young man sat next to him. Nothing to do with Elisheva. A young man sat next to him. And loudly, he yelled, can you close the window? So Salanter said, sure, okay. And he yelled, I said close it all the way. Or I meant, okay. And then Rabbi Yisrael Salanter, in these days, you were allowed to smoke on a train. We're talking about before 1883. It was a while ago. They didn't have signs, no smoking or this area. He took out a cigar. So this man, he didn't even light it yet. This guy next to him starts coughing and sputting and exaggerating. So he said, okay, I'm sorry. He put it away. He put a cigar away. And then he was looking for some fruit to eat. So he took out his bag to look for fruit. And the paper was rustling a little. No big deal, right? The man screamed, "Could you stop rustling the paper? You're aggravating me. Stop." So, okay. Then he got up to go to the washroom. Now he was on the inside. So he got up, and so the man next to him exaggeratedly got up and moved, and just, and like sat back to let him go, like very unhappy and very upset about it. And he said, "I can't believe it. I can't believe it." Like under his, like talking, "I can't believe it." Like so rude. Get up, so get up for him. So he says, "Would you like to change seats? I won't disturb you." He said, "No, I chose this window for a reason. I want this window." He's yelling at him. As you can see, what a pleasant trip. One thing after the other until they got to their destination. Where did they go? His son-in-law is the Rav of the city where they went to. Rabbi Salat, his son-in-law, is Rav where they went. And the man sitting next to him sees him in the city. He said, "Oh no, this jerk is here in the city. He followed me here." So Rav said, "He's my father-in-law." Uh-oh, I'm finished. Oh no. And then he said, "The Rav, do you have a relationship with your father-in-law?" He said, "Sure, they're the best." He said, "Oh no, I'm sure, I'm finished." What did he go there for? To be tested, to be assured. He, man, sit next to him. I came to be shafted. Be shafted. Salat is sitting on a train, right? Not a horse, but I don't know how trains go. And the man